I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uborech choshech oseh shalom uboret hakol.
You may be seated. As you will see in your prayer books, if you've been following along, the main theme for this next section is all about light in different forms. Every blessing will incorporate the word light one way or another. And the whole idea is to realize that, like it or not, the only way we have to see something is through light. If you don't have light, you have darkness. And if you have darkness, you can't see anything. Even if it's in front of you, you won't be able to see it. So Nate is going to talk about that in a few minutes on his speech, about having something in front of you and not being able to see it. Right, Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the whole idea is, because we are going to proclaim that God is one, we have to be able to see that. We have to be able to understand it. We have to be able to internalize that concept of the oneness of God. And we have nothing else in this world but light to be able to see whatever is around us, and we have the spiritual light to see what is inside us. So this is an invitation to turn on the lights, physical lights, but also spiritual lights, to be able to recognize that there is a soul, to be able to recognize that there is a God who loves us all and who keeps us alive every day of our existences. So we are going to continue now with the prayer before the Shema Israel, the prayer before the proclamation of the oneness of God. Ve'er Eineinu, page 13. continue with the Shema Israel, page 14.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Page 15.
Et Adonai Elohecha, ve'yachol levavecha, uvyachol lenafshecha, uvyachol miyodecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi מצאתי בחיים על לבביך ושיננתם לבריך ודיברת בם ושפחך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ושופטך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
And we're going to continue now with the Micha Mocha. You can find the Micha Mocha on page 17. And this is the last prayer before we move on to the next section of the service, which is called the Amidah. The Amidah is the central prayer. Is the prayer that replaces the sacrifices that used to be presented 2,000 years ago in the temple in Jerusalem. The temple was destroyed, and the rabbis have to learn a new way to communicate with God. And they realize that prayer are as powerful or even more powerful than animal sacrifices. So since that moment, we learned that we have a great way to communicate with God, and that is through prayer. But this is the trick. When we approach God through the Amidah, usually we approach God to ask God for something either we need or we want. So in order to do that, you have to realize that, or to admit that God has some kind of power, that God will be able to grant you what you're asking for. That's why the last prayer before the Amidah, the Micha Mocha, is a prayer that makes reference to the split of the Red Sea when the Israelites left Egypt. A great miracle. And the whole idea here is to think that if God did it for the Israelites back then, God can do it for you today. That's why we sing this song of victory, the Micha Mocha, page 17.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. שירה חדשה, שיפוגי עולים לשמך, על שפת הים, יחד כולם, הולדו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה.
Please rise.
צור ישראל, קומה בית ישראל, ישראל. ובדחילו ממך יהודה וישראל, גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה. ברוך al Yisrael.
And please remain standing for the Amidah. That we are going to pray the Amidah in what we call the Hakedusha modality or mode. That means that we start singing it all together. And after we stop the singing, each one of you will have the opportunity to continue with your own private prayer. At that point, you can use the words in front of you. If you are not familiar with the liturgy, you can replace those words with your own words of prayer. This is a time to connect with God, whatever God means to you. Page 64, we have a jump ahead to the weekday Amidah.
You sing it normally, right?
Huh?
Sing it normally?
Sorry.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי עוון ומביא גואל לפני בניהם למען שמו לבבה מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת ישראל אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיה מתים מרחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשיני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממיד ומחיה מצמיע ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים נקדש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום ככתוב על יד נביאך וקרא זה אל זה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך כל הארץ כבודו לעומתם ברוך יאמרו ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו ודברי קודשך כתוב לאמור ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור הללויה לדור ודור לדור ודור לדור ודור נגיד גוזלך לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים, ולנצח נצחים, קדושתך נקדיש, בשבחך אלוהינו, מפי לא ימוש, לעולם לעולם ועד. לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור,
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, כי המלך גדול, גדול וקדוש, גדול וקדוש אתה. כי המלך גדול, גדול וקדוש, גדול וקדוש אתה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please continue silently with your own words or with the words in front of you. We are going to take a few minutes to pray silently. Once you complete your prayer, please be seated. Page 32, the Kaddish Shalem. יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה, בעלמא דברי חירותה, וימליך מלכותה ויקונו יום יקונו וכזה כל בית ישראל, בעגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו, אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ותורה ותרום ותנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שם קודשה. בריחו לעילה מכל רקדה ושידתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמידם בעלמא ואמרו, אמן. יתכוון אל צלותיון ובאותיון דכל ישראל קודם אבון דבשמיא ואמרו, אמן. יש למה רבה משמיא וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, amen. Well, we are moving on to the next section, and this is probably for many people the most special part, because we are going to take the Torah out of the ark, and Nate is going to receive the Torah, and it's going to make the Torah his Torah. The Torah came to Nate from multiple generations, all the way, you can trace that chain of tradition all the way to Sinai when Moses received the Torah. And we, the Jewish people, been doing this transmission of the Torah from generation to generation as a non-stop practice. So it's a very special time. So I'm going to invite you all to rise. We invite the family to come to open the ark for us. Up. Vayehi vinso Aharon, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, veyafutzu oevecha, veyanusu mesanecha, mipanecha, ki mitzion tetze Torah, ki mitzion tetze Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Israel, v'kedushato. As you can see, we have 3 generations represented here in front of the ark. We have Nate's grandmother, Lita, who gave the Torah to Nate's mom, Johanna, and now Nate is keeping the Torah, and hopefully one day you'll have the privilege to pass the Torah to another generation. So we invite you to close the ark. Who's in charge of closing the ark?
Just the curtain.
Just the curtain. Just the curtain.
Oh, you did. You're great. Come on down.
Page. We face there. We face the ark.
Face the ark.
Like this. Gadelu l'Adonai iti, unaname shemo yachdav, lecha Adonai הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד, כי כל בשמיים ובארץ, כל בשמיים ובארץ, כאדוני הממלכה והמתנשא לכל ראש, רוממו, רוממו, אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו, והשתחוו, לאדון רגליו קדוש הוא, רוממו,
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 אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו,
והשתחוו,
להר
קודשו,
כי קדוש, כי קדוש,
אדוני אלוהינו. Please be seated. Before we continue, I just want to acknowledge that through the entire first part of the service, what we call the Shacharit service, the morning prayer service, Nate did a fantastic job. I think we can all agree, as did Rabbi Mas. And you can see, not just accompanying Nate through everything, but obviously someone had to teach Nate how to do that, and that wasn't me. So great job to Rabbi Mas, both for guiding us through the service with all of the explanations, but also for Nate's preparation. It was a fantastic job. We say, Yasher Koach
Baruch tiyeh.
to both of you. Great job. But as Rabbi oh, sure. I love it. Now, as Rabbi Mas mentioned, we're on to the next part of the service. And this is really the context, this part of the service where we celebrate the bar mitzvah. Because yes, as Nate becomes a Jewish adult, he puts on tefillin really for the first time. He gets his talit from his parents for the first time, things that you don't do before the age of majority, before the age of bar mitzvah. But the real great thing that we celebrate is when you become a Jewish adult, when you become a bar mitzvah, the son of the commandments, you can be called up to the Torah. You can receive what's called an aliyah, being called up, going up to the Torah. We have great reverence, great respect for the Torah. As you see, we keep it in the ark, we take it out of the ark. You saw a lot of the other scrolls have crowns, have breastplates, they've got covers, they're paraded around, the Torah is paraded around. In some synagogues with big elaborate crowns, there's bells that jingle and jangle, supposedly the same way the high priest wore a crown with bells that would jingle and jangle when he would enter into the temple. So we're trying to connect the Torah to the high priest, to the temple. I mean, it is the holiest thing in Judaism. It's the story of how the Jewish people came to be, and it's also the foundation for all of Jewish law. So we have great reverence for the Torah. And when the Torah is read, it's not just read like we talk. It's chanted, it's sung. You'll hear when Nate reads from the Torah that he's going to be singing each word. So far, music has played a very important part in the service, as you've seen, and it continues on with the reading of the Torah. It's a piece of music as well, which just adds to the feeling of it having extra dimensions and having life and being something more than just a book or a text, but something that comes to life. In fact, the pieces of wood on which the scroll of the Torah are mounted are called Eitz Chaim, tree of life. So everywhere this idea of the Torah being something that has life in it is really, really important. And to be called up to the Torah, it means to be called by your Hebrew name, to ascend the bima, steps, to touch the Torah with your shawl, with your talit, and kiss it, and recite blessings before and after the reading of the Torah. In Monday morning and Thursday morning services, we read a small snippet, the beginning of a parsha, a portion in the Torah. The whole Torah is divided into several parshas, several parshiot. We read one every week. The big reading happens on Shabbat morning. But during the week leading up to it, we read kind of the preview, the trailers, to get everybody really excited about the Torah reading and make them come back on Saturday morning. Our success rate isn't as good, but that is probably because there's not as many people here like I told you on Monday, Thursday. So when I see all of you again in a couple of days on Saturday, I'll know that the system works. Especially all the kids who are just like, how long till lunch? What? So every week we read another section, and it takes us a year to read the Torah from the first parsha all the way to the end, to the last parsha, and then we start reading it all over again. This kind of happens in the fall. So here we are in late June. We're getting closer to the end. The Torah has 5 books, and we're making our way to the end of the 4th book, a book known as Numbers, the book of Bamidbar. The Torah is the first 5 books of what some people call the Old Testament, what we call the Bible in Judaism. And so we're going to see here 3 short readings taken from the beginning of a parsha called Balak. Now, to make this an even better experience, we invite you to follow along. You can follow in the Hebrew or in the English. You just have to switch books. So we're going to trade in the paperback Sidurim for the big, thick red books in front of you, which is called a Chumash. It allows you to follow along with the Torah reading. And we want you to flip to page 894 for the beginning of this morning's parsha, which is known as Balak. If you see, there's also commentary at the bottom of your pages, and feel free to follow along or read some of that and flip ahead. But Balak, as the commentary notes, is arguably the one and only comic passage in the Torah. It reminds me of Shrek. There's this guy, he's on a quest, and he has a talking donkey. It's all true, just like in Shrek. There's no waffles, though. Nobody's making waffles in the morning. And there's no Eddie Murphy voice or Mike Myers voice or ogres or anything like that. But there is this talking donkey, and that's part of why Balak is considered to be a comic part of the Torah. Now, later on, as Rabbi Mas mentioned, Nate's going to have some words of wisdom, a Dvar Torah, and teach us about something that he's studied and something that he's learned about. And he has a message for us coming from in his parsha. But just to give you a little context, the Israelites have been wandering. They've been journeying from Egypt all the way through the wilderness, and now they've started meeting these new nations, and they've been defeating these nations along the way. And word has gotten out to the next nation on the list that trouble is coming in the form of the Israelites. This nation is called Moab, and the king of Moab is Balak, the guy who the parsha is named for, Balak. So he's freaking out. And Balak decides that the way to deal with the Israelites, there's talk somewhere in the kingdom, somewhere in the area, of there being this super powerful wizard. True story. This wizard's name is Bilam. Sometimes it's translated as Balaam or Balaam. You've heard of Balaam's donkey, maybe? That's where it comes from. But in the Hebrew, we say Bilam. So he's the super famous wizard, and he has the power. Anyone he blesses will be blessed, but anyone he curses will be cursed. And Balak, the king of Moab, sends a huge delegation to find Bilam. He wants to hire him to come and curse the Israelites. When you think about it, he could have hired him to come and bless the Moabites, but no. He calls them to come and come and curse Bnei Israel, the Israelites. It doesn't exactly go as planned, and we're going to see the beginning of the story here. So, page 894, you can follow along with us. Our first Torah reading of the three will be chanted for us by Nate Grant, and his parents, Joanna and Chris, have honored myself with the first Aliyah to the Torah, and Rabbi Mas with the second Aliyah, the third, as well as his wife, Adrian Ashira Myers-Mas. And then the third Aliyah will be Nate, where we'll call him up for the first time in his life in a special way, and he will get to recite the blessings as a brand new Jewish adult, as a bar mitzvah. So, starting on page 894.
יעמוד הרב מרדכי יוסף בן יהושע כהן ותל עלייה ראשונה.
Baruch Adonai mevorach leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. Vayar Balak ben Tzipor et kol asher asah Yisrael l'Amori. ויגע מואב מפני העם מאוד כי רב הוא ויקוץ מואב מפני בני ישראל ויאמר מואב אל זקני מדיין עתה ילכלכו הקהל את כל סביבותינו ככוך השור את ירק השדה, ובלק בן ציפור, מלך למואב בעת ההיא.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. I go down.
Our second Torah reading, Sheni, continues the story, page 894, beginning with verse 5. As I mentioned, the honorees for this Aliyah are Rabbi Anibal Mas and Ashira Myers-Mas. Yamdu Harav Yitzchak ben Yehuda Moshe v'Rivka ve'Ashira Tzipor bar Ruven u'Tzivia v'Yashniya. Bonnie Robinson, who is our weekday Torah reader at all of our Monday and Thursday services throughout the year, will be chanting the second Aliyah, page 894, verse 5.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai mevorach leolam vaed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Amen. Vishlach malachim el Bilam ben Beor Petora Asher al Hanahar Eretz b'nei Amor likrolo lemor hine Am yatsa mimitzrayim hine chisa et ein haaretz vehu yoshev mimuli ve'ata lecha na'ara li et ha'am hazeh ki atzum hu mimeni ulai uchal nakebo ve'agarashenu min haaretz ki yadati et asher tivarech mevorach ve'asher ta'or you are vayelechu ziknei Moav ziknei Midian uksamim biadam vayavo el Bilam vaydaberu elav divrei vala.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chaye olam nata v'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Ayasher kochech, kol hakavod, a great job by Bonnie Robinson. Bringing us to our third and final Torah reading this morning, Shlishi, page 895, verses 8 through 12. Nate is back. He's going to be reading for this, but he's also going to receive the Aliyah, the honor of being called up to the Torah for the first time, which means he will get to recite the blessings. And as you've been following along with the story, we don't get the full story today. We don't get the talking donkey today. But the idea here is that they're trying to convince, Balak's people are trying to convince Bilam to come with him. And later on, without giving too much of it away, they will be able to convince him he will come. And along the journey, his donkey is going to see something that makes him not want to continue. But Bilam doesn't see the same thing. I think that might be a little preview of what Nate's talking about later on. And finally, the donkey talks and is just like, are you an idiot? More or less. You'll have to read ahead or come on Saturday to see what happens. For now, let's worry about today, this very special moment, this great honor as we call Nate to the Torah for the first time. Yamod, 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 Bar Mitzvah, Yamod, Habachura Bar Mitzvah, Ilan ben Mariam Ashlishi, Chazak, Bar Mitzvah, Bar Mitzvah, Bar Mitzvah, Ale, 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 Lichot Torah, Ale, 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 Lichot Torah, Lichot Torah, Lichot Torah.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomer alehem linu vo halayla vashivoti etchem davar kasher yedaber Adonai elai v'yashevu sirei Moav im Bilam vayavo Elohim el Bilam vayomer mi Hanashim ha'ele imach vayomer Bilam el Elohim Balak ben Zippor melech Moav shalach elai ממצרים, ויכס את עין הארץ, אתה לך, קבלי אותו, אולי אוכל להילחם בו, וגרשתיו. ויאמר אלוהים אל בלעם, לא תלך עמהם, לא תאור את העם, כי ברוך הוא. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם ונטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. Okay, your part's coming up. This is a huge moment in Nate's life. We want to shower him with sweetness. Before we do, we have to give him a special blessing. Then you're going to see all the rabbis duck, and then you're going to do what you know how to do. Nate, you've read from the Torah absolutely beautifully. You've been called to the Torah, and so we want you to pay attention. Misha Beirach, Avotenu, Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarika, Rachel, Leah, Hu Yavarech, et Ilan ben Mariam, Shehigia lemitzvot ve'ala la Torah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yishmerehu, V'chayehu, V'chonen libo liot shalem im Adonai Elohav, Lahagot beTorato, Lalecha bidrachav elishmor mitzvotav, V'imsachein v'sechelto b'nei Elohim v'adam, V'nomar Amen. May he who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless Nate Grant, Ilan, ben Mariam, who has come for an aliyah upon reaching the age of mitzvot. May the Holy One guard him and sustain him, helping him to be wholehearted in his faith, studying God's Torah, walking in God's ways, and fulfilling his mitzvot. Nate, may you find favor before God and before all people. And let us all say,
Amen.
and duck.
Get him!
But now you need to run up here and pick up all the candies. And whatever you get to pick up, you get to keep. So have at it. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. Mazel Tov, Nate.
Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov to your parents, Joanna, Chris, to your brother Levi, your grandparents, your extended family and friends. What a great simcha, what a great celebration. We invite you to rise at this point for the lifting and tying of the Torah. Joanna, Nate's mom, is going to come forward with the tying. Oh, and I get to do the lifting. So Rabbi Mas, you're going to be on singing duty.
Okay. I think I know it. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים. כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני מירושלים. ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל. ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. Hold on. This is there. Please remain standing. At this point, we invite Jonathan Strauss to help us carrying the Torah on our second procession. And Johanna stays here with Levi. Where's Levi? They're going to take care of the ark. And we are going to march with the Torah And this time, because Nate is not carrying the Torah, you can actually shake his hand. יהללו את שם אדוני כי נשגב שמו לבדו עודו על ארץ ושמיים וירא קרן לעמו תהילה לכל חסידיו לבני ישראל עם קרובו Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. לדוד מזמור, לאדוני הארץ ומלואה, תבל ויושבבה, כי הוא על ימים יסדה, ועל נהרות יכונניה. מי יעלה בהר אדוני, ומי יקום במקום קודשו, נקי כפיים ובלבב, אשר לא נשא לשווא נפשי, לא נשמע למרמה. יצב רחם את אדוני, וצדקה מאלוהי אישו, זה דור דורשי, מבקש פניך, יעקב סלע. שאו שערים ראשיכם, וינשאו פתחי עולם, ויבוא מלך הכבוד. מי זה מלך הכבוד? אדוני עזוז וגיבור, אדוני גיבור מלחמה. שאו שערים ראשיכם, ושאו פתחי עולם, ויבוא מלך הכבוד. מי הוא זה מלך הכבוד? אדוני צבאות, ומלך הכבוד סלע. הכבוד סלע. Page 43. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר דרכיה, דרכי נועם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה, קדש ימינו, קדש ימינו, קדש ימינו כקדם.
Please be seated. Again, we want to wish Mazel Tov to Joanna and Chris on Nate becoming a bar mitzvah, Levi too. We want to thank Cindy Singer and Beverly Nord who have helped us on the bima this morning, Lois Ackerman and Bill Weissman who have helped us at the back as our greeters. We want to acknowledge again Nate Grant's fantastic Torah reading and leading all the services, and we want to thank Bonnie Robinson for helping us too. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I heard that, the woo. That was great. And of course, to Marvin Polanski, who is our audio and visual director, who makes everything sound and for our broadcast look great. So thank you, Marvin. And again, to Rabbi Mas for preparing Nate for this moment and for being a great guide through the first part of our service and accompanying Nate as well this morning. Now, Nate has chanted the words of the Siddur, the prayer book. He's chanted the words of the Torah. Now it's time for Nate's own words. As I mentioned, and as Rabbi Mas alluded to earlier, this is now the Dvar Torah, a little teaching and a reflection on what Nate has studied in preparation for this moment, and also some of the important people who have helped him get to this moment. So Nate, if you're ready, take it away.
Okay.
Go slowly, though.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you all for being here today to celebrate with me and my family. I know for many of you, this is the first bar mitzvah you have ever been to, and I appreciate you being here. Today I would like to talk to you about being confident but not arrogant. Before I begin, I'd like to share with you that my mom was very enthusiastic in sharing her version that the service and everything should be kept very short so everyone would not have to sit waiting for the usual 2.5-hour service to end. So when we were editing this speech, we kept this in mind. We cut the document from the original 15 pages to just 14. For you, moms. Back to the speech. We all know people who are talented and have great potential, but somehow they fail big time because they don't know how to keep a humble attitude. My parsha talks about Balaam the wizard. Balak, the king of Moab, was afraid of the Israelites and decided to hire Balaam to curse them. Balaam was the most famous wizard of that time, and people believed that his blessings and curses always worked. Balaam accepted this challenge and rode his donkey to meet Balak. During his journey, Balaam came to a sudden stop. Balaam had no clue why the donkey had stopped, since Balaam couldn't see anything in front of them. But the donkey saw that there was an angel in front of them, and this angel had a fire-welded sword. Here we have the most famous wizard, who, according to the rabbis, was a prophet as powerful as Moses, who failed to see what was in front of him. However, a simple donkey, without all the talents of his master, was able to see it. The rabbis explain that arrogance removed Balaam's prophetic power. As we can see from the story of Balaam, sometimes natural talent does not necessarily determine success. The talented people didn't see the angel when the simple donkey did. I have seen many arrogant things in my life, like baseball players calling someone off the ball when they have the authority to try to make a highlight reel play that is very hard when their teammate can make an easy catch for an out. They do this out of pure arrogance. I have been told many times that I must be confident but not arrogant. I imagine most people with us today have probably heard this or something like it. If you have not, please let me be the person to share this message with you. This principle applies to all of us because we must be confident in our abilities, but we also must draw the line to avoid being arrogant. We don't want to be like those people who just go on about how they can beat you at this and that. But when the time comes, they fail because of their arrogance. Don't let this be any of us. Instead, let us be like Moses, talented but humble. Balaam is an example of failure. On the other hand, Moses is the example of success. For my tzedakah project, I would like to donate a portion of my bar mitzvah money to the Matthew Hauer Foundation. I chose this foundation because Matthew was a boy who had neuroblastoma, which is a type of cancer, but also because Matthew was a family friend who, just like me, was a fun-loving guy who loved to play sports. He was also very generous to those that he cared about. So my donation is to make sure that in the future, others with this terrible disease may have a chance to live a successful life. I'd like to thank a few people. My mom. Where should I start? My mom helps me in so many ways. Thank you for helping me make sure that today was as great as it has been and is going to be. Thanks for making sure that all of the favorite foods that I like are always stocked in the cupboards. Thanks for coming to all of my sports games. And from what I hear, it's not too easy being a goalie mom. And I appreciate all of your support and encouragement. Thanks for driving around the whole city to do an uncountable number of things just to make me happy. Thanks for playing catch with me out in the front sidewalk so many times. Also, thank you for laughing at me when I imitate the way you used to throw. Thanks for the bike rides we've shared together. Thanks for always leaving chocolate milk for us on Tuesday nights. Thank you for the great advice that you give me in every possible way. And lastly, thanks for studying and quizzing with me before all of my tests and exams. And if I went on anymore, we'd be here for years. Levi. I hope that you've been watching this very closely because this will be you in 5 years. But actually, seriously, it will. It's great to have you as a brother and so we can share stories and experiences with each other. Even though we may fight, I will always be there for you in whatever you may need. I have enjoyed watching you grow up over the years. You have brought me many emotions, but mostly joy. Now as I'm standing here today, I realize how really, truly lucky I am to have you as a brother. Thanks for being a great kid to play mini-sticks and PlayStation with. It's fun when you give me a good challenge. Thanks for coming to tons of my sports games, even when you don't have to. You're always in the crowd showing your support. I love playing mini golf with you and our cousins over the summers. I love watching you make so many hole-in-ones that always come back to haunt me. But most of all, I look forward to that day when we hit the big links together. Swimming together is fun, and when we get all those toys down at the bottom of the pool, and when you give me a good challenge in contests. My dad, also, where should I start? You've taken me to practically all of my sports games and told me how to stay calm when something doesn't go my way. Thanks for helping me with my homework that I struggle with, especially in science. Thanks for showing me funny pictures and videos on your phone, and also thanks for keeping me up to date on the latest trades, etc., and all of my favorite sports. I really enjoy the countless hours that we spend together talking about sports, watching sports highlights, going to sporting events, basically anything to do with sports. Also, thanks for all the great mini-stick games in the basement, and with Levi and I. And you know, you're actually pretty good. I think some of our funny mini-sticks moments happen when Mom comes down to join us in her uniform. You know what I mean? Thanks for the countless hours playing catch together and going to the park where we practice my hitting. Thanks to both of my parents for an amazing trip to Israel for my bar mitzvah. It was an awesome and meaningful experience that I will always remember. Savta, thanks for driving me around the whole city like my own private Uber to places that I want and need to go. Thanks for buying me all kinds of lunches and dinners. Thanks for hosting Shabbat dinner every Friday where you work so hard to cook a delicious meal for my family, you, and Poppy to enjoy. Whenever I come to your house, you have more than enough candy, pop, chocolate milk, 4 kinds of ice cream, and coordinating toppings, pudding, gum, chips, cheesies, cookies, and plenty of fruit. Thanks for picking me up from school almost every Monday throughout the entire year to drive me to bar mitzvah class. And every single time I get in the car, you always have my snack ready. Milk, 2 mac and cheese muffins, and a wagon wheel. Poppy, thanks for playing countless rounds of golf with me. Thanks for coming to all of my sports games and giving me countless texts and personal advice that makes me become a better, stronger athlete. Thank you for taking me out for ice cream after long, hot rounds of golf. Thank you for making me laugh at your very inappropriate jokes. Thank you for taking me to all the Gold Eyes games that you have taken me to throughout the years. I love spending time with you and talking about the Gold Eyes' latest improvements and mistakes. Thanks for all of the trips to Sergeant Sunday, for letting me putter around in your workshop, snooping through your stuff, and finding things that I'm going to take home. Thanks for introducing me to your antique hockey and baseball games. My favorite one, ever since I was little, has always been the one where you pull the thing and all the guys move. The one that we saw in the Hall of Fame in Toronto. Thank you for showing me your hockey card and Terry Sawchuk collection. Over the years, we've had so many fun times together. To my late grandparents, I know you can't be here with us today, but I know that you would have loved being here. Grandpa once said that he would like to be a member of the Jewish community because, as he put it, you guys throw the best parties. Thanks to Adi and Ani for hosting brunch tomorrow, and always remembering my birthday and making me feel so special all the time. And thank you to Thanks Rabbi Leibel for making the Torah service accessible to everyone in attendance. And thank you to Rabbi Mass for teaching me everything that I need to know today, and then some. You have been a great teacher, not only teaching me my Torah portion, but teaching me how to sing and how to challenge myself, and making me the best person I can be, both in my day-to-day life and in Judaism. We had lots of fun at all of our classes, doing lots of learning while cracking jokes and sharing funny stories. I'm so glad that we had this time together. While many people may not look forward to bar mitzvah classes, I look forward to meeting with you every Monday at 3:30, as each class was a new adventure. Thanks to all the special out-of-town family members who have come to celebrate my bar mitzvah with me. Thank you all and have a great day.
Yasher Koyak, Nate, that was amazing. And to start congratulating you for all your achievement today, we have a few gifts and certificates to give you. So to begin with that process, we'd like to invite you to come to this side of the bima, and I would like to invite Beverly Nord. Not yet.
Well, I want to just say a very hearty mazel tov this morning. You did an amazing, amazing job of reading Torah. You are so calm up here and so relaxed, and it's just a pleasure to be here with you. I do hope that you will come back often and share this with the rest of the congregation, and sometimes on Shabbat. This was a new experience for me to be here on a weekday, and it's absolutely amazing, and I certainly will recommend weekday bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs to friends. So to begin with, I do have some gifts for you, and this is the blue J&F box for you to continue with your charitable donations. You have a very worthwhile charity that you've chosen. This is an addition to it. And we also have a set of candlesticks and a Kiddush cup for you. And I always like to say that it's not too big, it's small enough to pop into your backpack. So wherever you go, you can always, always celebrate Shabbat. And I'm sure you'll go to some very wonderful places and have some great times. And then we have 2 books, and this is the Complete How-To Handbook for Jewish Living. It's really quite an amazing reference. Not too big. I'm sure you'll use it very often in the future. And the second book is called The Coming of Age, and it's a history of the Jewish people of Manitoba by Ellen Levine, and it is an amazing book. So to add to your library, and with the Kiddush cup and candlesticks in the J&F box, I want to wish you a very hearty mazel tov. It's been a pleasure here sharing this with you this morning.
Thank you, Beverly. This out of the way. So, Nate, we have some more gifts to give you. First, your certificate of bar mitzvah, of course, certifying that you became a bar mitzvah this Thursday morning chanting Parshat Balak. So somebody doesn't believe you, you show them this. We also happy that on behalf of the Rady Jewish Community Center and the occasion of your bar mitzvah, I'm pleased to present you with a complimentary membership for your first year in BBYO. This is for students on grades 9 to 12. So, but it's there for you. And this gift has been made possible through the generous support of Cheryl and Errol Parrish. Another present for you. On behalf of the Jewish National Fund of Canada, I'm pleased to share this with you because they planted 10 trees in Israel to honor your bar mitzvah. And we have 2 universities in Israel fighting to get you there. One is the Ben-Gurion University of the Negev, and the other one is the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. They are both giving you some cash incentive to go and join them there. So that's something that you will have to discuss with your parents when the time comes. So meanwhile, that goes there for you. And I have a few words to tell you, because this is the thing, sometimes I do know some of the bar mitzvah, some of my students, since they are little, because they are younger siblings of other students that I have, so forth. But I know you since you were a baby. And I think you're the first one that I know since you were a baby, even more a baby. You're actually our godson. So yeah. We have a very special relationship. So, when you're a godson of a member of the clergy, we have lots of expectations of these babies. So we were very excited to see how your Jewish life, where your Jewish life will take you. But I still remember one day, I think you were like 8 years old, you talked to Adi after thinking about it. You were very excited to share the news with her, and you say, I'm not having a bar mitzvah. I said, okay, we're in panic mode here. Nate Grant doesn't want to have a bar mitzvah, but you did great. I'm glad that you changed your mind. But also I'm glad that, I still remember, since you were really little, you would come here every high holidays to be with me on the bima, when your feet wouldn't even touch the ground, when you were sitting back there in the blue chairs. And it was so great to have you there. joining us for every service and getting familiar with the liturgy. And I think all that paid off today. You did fantastic because you already had a connection with, not just with me, but with this place. And it was great that you had the opportunity to celebrate your bar mitzvah in this building in front of your congregation. So this is a great thing that we got from you. And on top of that, you did it so well that I'm very excited to invite you again to come and to sing for us many more times in the future. You can sing. You can read the Torah. You can talk about the Parsha. Hey, many things. Next you know, you become a rabbi. Who knows? But this is the thing. I am very glad that you spoke on your Dvar Torah about being confident but not arrogant. Because I know you so well, I know how many talents you have. You can play baseball, you can play hockey, you're really good at sports, right? Great. Yeah, you're good. At the same time, you can sing. You're good at academics. You have so many talents. And sometimes when people start getting so talented, next you know, they become arrogant, right? And they feel that, yeah, I don't have anything else to learn. I'm here to teach you. But as I repeat every time we have a bar mitzvah, I don't believe in coincidences. I really believe that somehow you ended up having your bar mitzvah on Parshat Balak to learn that lesson when you are 13 years old. The lesson to be confident in all your talent, but never arrogant. There are many people that they are not as lucky as you. They are very talented, but they don't learn this lesson until late in life when they fail and they have to learn to be humble in a bad way. You learned it when you are 13. And I think that will give you a huge edge in life because you're aware of your talents, but you also know from the day of your bar mitzvah that you have to keep a humble attitude. And that is a true blessing that you get it when you are 13. And I congratulate you for your maturity to understand that concept. And we want to bless you to incorporate all those values in your life, to have a successful life, Jewish life, and everything that you want to do in life to be for blessing. But to do that, we want to invite Chris and Johanna to join me here, and they have a special blessing to share with you. So, hold on, I will give you a mic. No mic? Amen. And we have one more blessing to share with everyone. And this is a blessing where we praise God for giving us life and for sustaining us to be able to reach this moment. That blessing is called the Shehecheyanu. Please rise. If you know it, please say it with us. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehecheyanu, v'kiyemanu, והגיענו לזמן הזה. Okay, we are ready to continue with our service. We are wrapping up. Next, we have the Aleinu. Page 44, we invite the family to come to open the ark. Page 44. Nate is going to lead us on Aleinu. Aleinu
Aleinu
לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שיומות שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב מקרוב בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשבוך אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא לאלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר וירא אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד. Please remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish. Down. Page 46. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וימכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, ועגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, ברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, ושבחתה ונחמתה, תמידם ועלמא ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. You may be seated. Hey! You did it. We made it. Congratulations, Nate. That was amazing. And So, one more clap at the end. We have one more song to close the service. It's called Adon Olam. You can follow it. You can find it on page 47 of the books. Lots of fun. Let's end up the service with a high note, singing with Nate, Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Zinivra. Let Nasa v'nev Sokol, Azai Melech Shevo Nikra.
Come on.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Zinivra. Let Nasa v'nev Sokol, Azai Melech Shevo Nikra. והוא היה, והוא עובד, והוא יהיה לתפארה. ואחרי יכלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא. והוא היה, והוא עובד, והוא יהיה לתפארה.
Back to the top, everyone.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, בטרם כל זה נברא. נשא ואפסו כל, אזי מלך שבו נקרא. עד עולם אשר מלך, בטרם כל זה נברא. לעת נשא ואפסו כל, אזי מלך שבו נקרא.
Mazal tov. Thank you all for coming. We can go all now and celebrate this wonderful achievement. Thank you. Mazal tov again. Simman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simman tov, mazel tov, simman tov, ye'elanu. Simman tov, mazel tov, simman tov, mazel tov, simman tov, mazel tov, simman tov, ye'elanu, ye'elanu, ולכל ישראל, ye'elanu, ולכל ישראל. ye'elanu, ולכל ישראל. ye'elanu, ולכל ישראל. מזל טוב. Pam, 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 pam.